Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the soulmate reading for all the singles out there for each single star sign. So I'm going to go through each star sign and give a soulmate reading. Now, my soulmate readings are about the internal steps that you need to take to get aligned with your soulmate. So those belief changes or your energy changes or the patterns that you need to change, that kind of thing. And so if you'd like a private soulmate reading with me, they're $30 off at the moment. You'll see the links popping up there right now to get one of those. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them too. So let's start with Aries. Aries, what have you got going on? Your soulmate. What do you need to change to get aligned, to bring that soulmate in? Aries. Right. So Aries, you've got create and allow. Now I'm hearing for you, single Aries, for some of you, you've actually gone into this creation process to manifest your soulmate. So maybe you've written down your soulmate list, what they're like. You're kind of sure about who they are. But this is saying that you're not actually allowing them in. So maybe your self-esteem isn't up there. You're not feeling good enough to actually allow that list that you've written, that person that you know your soulmate is going to be like that. You're not actually feeling up to that level at the moment. So even though you think you're creating it, if you go within and you're really honest about your feelings, you don't feel ready yet. You don't feel good enough yet. You don't feel at that level yet. And so this is saying to actually allow them to come in, you need to do the things within your own life that are going to make you feel better. For example, if you have in your list, your soulmate list, if they're a really successful person, yet you're not feeling very successful, then you're going to feel like not good enough to bring that person in, right? And so that is a sign that you need to become more successful. You need to focus on your business or your work and move ahead in that area so that you do feel good enough. So this is saying, Aries, to get ready for that soulmate. You are creating them. You know what they're like, but there are aspects of it. So maybe go through that list again. You've written down what your soulmate's like. Maybe go through that again and then really feel into it. Which ones do you feel a match to? Which parts of that do you feel a match to, and which don't you feel a match to? Because you can actually take action in your own life on those things that you're not feeling a match to it at the moment, so that you do feel better, so that you do feel good enough to let that soulmate in. Also, Aries. Okay. You're waiting at the moment, Aries. And it's got to be an active wait. As I said, if you're not allowing it in, you can wait forever kind of thing, and it's not going to come in if you're not getting ready, if you're not raising up that self-esteem. But you're also you're waiting on you claiming your freedom too. So the place that you're in, it's not really true to you. Just for some of you Aries, of course, this isn't going to be true for every single Aries on the planet. But if this resonates with you, there's somewhere else. There's somewhere else to be. You need to travel. You need to get out there. Claim your freedom. Maybe you're an adventurer and you're stuck in one place and it's not really you. You're not going to meet that soulmate if you're not being true to yourself, if you're not being yourself and, being your true self, being in your full energy. So, still stuff to do within yourself, Aries. Changes to make within yourself to get in alignment. Taurus, how about you? What can you do to get aligned with your soulmate? I'm Taurus too. Wow, this keeps on coming up for me in my personal readings. Trust myself and forgive self. So this is about past relationships, feeling bad about them. Maybe Taurus, you were taking the weight of the world on your shoulders, or the weight of that relationship, your past relationships on your shoulders. And so maybe you thought that you could, or you should have been able to sort those relationships out. You should have been able to make them work, and you're feeling like it was your fault that you didn't. It's not true. Past relationships that you've been through, Taurus, you need to trust yourself in that you did the right thing. Forgive yourself for that. So balance it up a little bit in your mind. Give them half of the responsibility for that in your mind, so you're not taking 100% responsibility for it. You can take on a little bit too much, Taurus, in relationships, so you can do a little bit too much in relationships, bit of a pattern that you've got. And so you need to allow past relationships to have 50% of that responsibility, and also allow like new relationships to provide 50% of the effort. You know what I mean? So this is a bit of a pattern. It's not just about, looking back at the past and you thinking that you are 100% responsible for it. That same pattern is when you go into relationships too, taking 100% responsibility for it instead of, and giving too much, doing too much in that relationship, and then not realizing. And then maybe after a while you're like, oh, how come this person isn't doing anything for me? How come they're not, giving to me? And it's because you keep on putting way too much into it. And so forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for past relationships. You've got to start trusting yourself. It's when you can allow it to be 50-50, Taurus, that things are going to change for you. And it's all about this, believing in yourself, respecting yourself, so that you know that you deserve. You deserve for good things to come back to you in relationships, for you to receive within relationships. Yeah. So this is about not being so much of a leader, Taurus, but that very grounded energy, which is great in relationships. Other people love being in a relationship with you because of that grounded energy. But it can attract people that don't have that energy within yourself, and you end up providing a lot of energy in relationships. And you need to start believing in yourself and respecting yourself, so that you allow yourself to receive a lot more in relationships. And that's going to open you up to your soulmate, Taurus. What about Gemini? Kind of in the dark here. Gemini, what have you got going on? Single Geminis. Okay. Up until now, empower self. Now, I'm picking up from this, Gemini. If you're feeling insecure in a relationship, in previous relationships, and you realize that you were giving your power away, that you kind of overcompensated for that, not by empowering yourself, but trying to take power over somebody. So you know how it can, insecurity can come out in a negative way, in a negatively expressed kind of way, when people like turn to bullying, that's not empowered, right? That's when someone feels disempowered, that they turn to that. And so I'm feeling like you flip-flop between the two in relationships, being disempowered and then trying to take that power, but never finding this true empowered state in it, where you're clear about yourself, you're clear about what you deserve, you've got strong boundaries, but you can also be open-hearted too. And so I'm feeling like, Gemini, you've been going, maybe with your twins, been going from one to the other, never finding that happy medium. And this is for you to find, to learn that happy medium, that empowered state, the true empowered state, so that you're not sabotaging those relationships. Because the universe isn't going to give you your soulmate if you're still doing that kind of thing. It's not going to let you mess that relationship up, right? So you need to sort that one out, Gemini. Also, you've got abundance and create. So maybe like Aries, you know that your soulmate is going to be really abundant, going to be really successful, and at the moment you're not feeling quite that way, and so you're not letting them in at the moment because you're not feeling good enough for them at the moment. And so this means that you need to work on your abundance in your life, Gemini. You need to raise that up, maybe raise your success level up, feeling better in yourself, focusing on your work for a while or your business, so that you raise that abundance level up. Remember, we don't want someone to come into our life and rescue us. We want someone to come into our life that's a true partner, someone that's on our level. Your soulmate is on your level, and so that means that you need to raise your level up, Gemini, in those areas, especially abundance in your work and success. where you're not feeling that at the moment, so that you'll be a match to them, so that power plays aren't going to happen, right? Because this is a bit of a power play thing going on. That's when there's an imbalance in the power. Maybe a financial imbalance causes this kind of thing. It does. A financial imbalance causes power struggles. It causes this a bullying kind of thing, or taking power over and feeling a victim to, or it's not good having like big differences in abundance or success levels within a relationship. And so that's what yours is all about, Gemini. Getting more of the balance there, in that abundance, in that success, and in your power, feeling actually truly empowered so that you can get into that balanced relationship, a true equal. Cancer, what about cancers? What have you got going on in your relationships? Okay, you've got to take the risk and going well, Cancer. So I'm feeling like you've been a bit fearful. You've been a bit scared to take the risk, to even step forward, to even open up to having a relationship. Fearful that the same thing's going to happen again. Maybe you were hurt. You were sensitive to something. Somebody hurt you in the past, and you're just not willing to open up and even take the risk to get into a relationship again. And like, your relationships are a path, You might be wanting that perfect relationship, the soulmate relationship, to come in, and it's going to be easy and there won't be any challenges. But you can't have that. That's like saying, oh, I'm not going to work until the perfect job comes up that's going to give me anything. It's like, no, you need to work because you need to develop yourself. And it's the same in relationships. You need to develop yourself. So you need to be in and out of relationships while you're learning about yourself in relationships, learning relationship skills, that kind of thing, Cancer. So don't get out of the game. Get back in the game. Take those risks. It's actually going better than you think. You're better in relationships than you think you are. Yeah, I'm picking up the sensitivities though, Cancer, which is causing you to not want to get in there, not want to open yourself up to the game. And for sure, yeah. So you've got sex and guidance. So maybe you're just completely shut down to that. You're not interested in opening yourself up to that at all. But this is saying that you need to get back in the game, get that energy back open up again, your energy back open again. The universe is going to look after you. I'm not saying that there's not going to be challenges in relationships. There will be. But you need to start taking risks and getting back into relationships again, to learn those lessons that you need to learn so that you are ready for your soulmate. So no more hiding, Cancer. No more hiding away from relationships. Leo. Okay, quite a few people have got this. Aries and Gemini. Really similar messages. So to get aligned with your soulmate, Leo, you need to be your true successful self. You're really appreciating yourself. And I'm feeling from this that you've been getting into relationships with people that don't appreciate you that much, people that aren't at your level. And that's because you're not truly appreciating your level. You're not appreciating your level. You're not owning that level that you're at, your level of success. And so you get together with people that are nowhere near your level, that don't have that same level of success, or maybe the same kind of goals, or the same drive in life. And then you're finding you can't stay in a relationship with them because they're just not at your level. And you just got to stop that pattern, Leo, of aiming too low. It's like aiming too low. You're not believing in yourself properly. You're not appreciating yourself and the level that you're at. So maybe you keep on getting into relationships in your comfort zone. When the CEO keeps on going out with the secretaries, that kind of thing, because it's a comfort zone thing. If they were to go out with another CEO from another company, that's a scary thing. That's going to ask them to raise their game. And so maybe you've been doing that same thing, Leo. You've been keeping yourself in your comfort zone instead of going for someone that's at your level. You need to appreciate yourself and realize that you actually want someone that's at your level, and raise that up. And it will be out of your comfort zone, because that kind of a partnership, it stretches us, it challenges us. Yeah, and it is who you are, and so you need to move away from this comfort zone and get with someone that's more like yourself. And I'm feeling like there's a bit of resistance to that. It's like maybe you're embracing your dark side, Leah, and you don't want someone that's just like you because you're realizing just how much trouble that'll be. But embrace a little bit more than that. You actually do want someone that's like yourself. It's going to be fiery and passionate. It's going to be a really good relationship for you. You know, the more we get to, we think opposites attract, right? But as we go through life, the more we learn to love ourselves, the more we get to know ourselves, we love ourselves, the more we're going to get into relationships with people that are just like us. Because when we're really loving ourselves, we're going to have a relationship that's just like us, right? And so move away from this opposites attract thing, because that's you not loving yourself. The opposites attract thing is you not loving yourself. Leo. Virgo, how can you get aligned with your soulmate? Virgo. Right. Stuck. This is what I'm getting from this. Stuck. You can't make a decision. You know that you need to have freedom. Like I'm feeling like some of you are in a relationship and you're watching this because you think that you're single and really you should be single, but you're stuck. You're not making that decision to set yourself free. Why not? There's plenty more fish in the sea, Virgo. You don't need to stick with where you're at. You can make a good decision for yourself for the freedom that you want. Now this might not be relationships, you know. Some of you could be in that situation where you're just not getting out of a relationship. But this is also in life too, you know, maybe you want to be traveling, maybe you want to be somewhere else, maybe you want to be breaking free of all kinds of different situations, but you're not actually making those decisions for yourself. You need to make good decisions for yourself and for your freedom, Virgo, because that is keeping you from your soulmate relationship right now. Virgo, friend zone. You got a friend zone thing going on, and it's good to get in relationships that are friendships first because they're built on really strong foundations. But I'm feeling like that you're putting too much weight on that, and you end up in trying to have relationships with people that are really just friends. That there's none of that passion there. So there's like a reluctance to get involved passionately, to have your feelings involved, you know? Hmm. And so you end up in these friend zone kind of relationships, not turning into anything more than that. There's got to be that passion. It's good to take things slowly and to start a friendship up first, but there needs to be that passion behind it. So don't shut yourself down to that passion or close off from that attraction. Maybe you've been hurting them in the past, Virgo. Maybe you've had a very passionate relationships and when you felt very strongly. And of course, when they break up, they feel the worst. They feel the best when we're getting into them. They feel the worst when we're coming out of them. But don't let that stop you from the passion. And so, yeah, if you think you keep on being friend zoned, it's because you keep on choosing people where there's no passion there. Sorry to tell you that, Virgo, but there you go. Switch your passion back on, Virgo. Libra, what about you? Hmm. I'm getting with you, Libra, you're kind of trying to conform with other people's ideas of who you should be. This is like not being your quirky self, being who other people want you to be. This is, maybe you've got, I don't know, some quirkiness, something about you, something artistic about you, but you're pretending that that's not there. You're trying to, I don't know, it's like you're into this weird music or something, but then you're pretending that you're into the music that everyone else seems to like around you. That kind of thing. It's like you're not being yourself. You need to be yourself in order to bring in that soulmate because they're going to be into the same stuff as you. And so be firmer in your uniqueness, in your differences. Let your differences shine. Don't try and fit in, Libra. because your soulmate isn't going to notice you if you're just trying to fit in. You're going to blend into the background, and they're looking for this quirky, unique you. They're looking for you. They're looking for you, and so you've got to be your full self. Libra, you've got to be your full self because then they'll recognize you. And also, these part-time lovers that you've got, these hangers-on, these things that you keep on going, have you got like all your exes, you're still kind of seeing them on the side, that kind of thing? Have you got that kind of thing going on, Libra? Because you need to actually put an end to that. So maybe you're keeping your options open with past lovers. You've got some little casual flings going on, or you keep on looking for these little casual flings. You're not kind of 100% all in, waiting for your soulmate kind of thing. You've still got this other stuff going, and it's nothing wrong with that, but you're dispersing your energy. Yeah, it's like you keep on eating snacks and you're never hungry for the main dish. You're never really going for the main dish because you never get hungry enough. And so this is saying, if you've got that kind of thing going on, Libra, maybe it's time to complete that now, complete those little lover things so that you've got the drive to actually go for that relationship that you want. So you've got the hunger for it that's actually going to move you to actually take action on that. Scorpio, what about you? Single Scorpios out there. Whoa, Scorpio, you've got I'm appreciated and connection. I'm feeling from this like you've been hurt in the past. You're feeling like people aren't really appreciating you. They're not really seeing you properly. Disappointment. I'm picking up that you're getting disappointed, or you have been disappointed with connections that haven't really appreciated you for who you are. They haven't really seen you for who you are or appreciated you for who you are. It's like this repeating pattern of feeling disappointed. And you're doing this to yourself, Scorpio. It's like you're choosing those people that can't see you. It's like choosing people that aren't going to appreciate you. Maybe this is like a family pattern, and you're repeating it, like keep on getting attracted to someone that's like a disapproving parent or that kind of thing. Trying to find love in the wrong places, still looking in the wrong places for love. Maybe you keep on getting attracted to people that are going to criticize you rather than appreciate you. Keep on making those connections, and it's you that's making those connections yourself. So really look into that. There's something to heal within you there, Scorpio. You're looking for love in the wrong places and getting disappointed, I'm hearing. Yeah. You've got peace and include. So making peace with yourself, including yourself with those people that can appreciate you. Feeling like you've been holding yourself back from the right people. Maybe you've been tempted to be in a relationship with the right kind of people, but then you turn away from them and you turn back to someone that's not going to be good for you, and then you get disappointed again. And this is about making peace with your patterns, making peace with those old patterns, seeing them for what they are, and then start including yourself with the right people. It's going to be out of your comfort zone. It is going to feel scary. You're going to feel like, I want to run away from this instead of I want to include myself. But actually face that and include yourself instead. When you feel like running, Scorpio, include yourself instead. Interesting. Sagittarius, what about you? Single Sagittarius out there. How can you get aligned with your soulmate? Yeah, a few people have got this. Success, and you're on track. This is about you owning your success level and knowing that your soulmate is successful too, and you need to own it. Like I'm not picking up that you need to actually work on your success. You just need to own it. Because you've got the you're on track thing. This is like you are successful already, Sagittarius, and maybe you're just not owning that. Maybe you're always looking at what you haven't managed to achieve yet, and it's making you feel bad, and you're feeling maybe that imposter syndrome kind of thing. Maybe you've already met your soulmate and you're interested in them, but you think, wow, they're really successful. They're looking at you thinking you're really successful, but you're not owning that yourself, and you need to know you're good enough already. You're good enough already, Sagittarius. and own your success that you've already have and that you already have. You are good enough. Right, because yeah, you've got mirror reflections around you, but you need to decide that they are your mirror reflection. So if you're looking at them thinking they're too good for me, they're out of my league, they're really successful and I'm not, or they're really beautiful and I'm not, or they're all of this, you're putting them out of your league. But you need to see that they're a mirror reflection of you and actually make that decision and own it. Own who you are, Sagittarius. Own your level. Own who you are, what you bring to a relationship, the qualities that you have. You need to own that so that you, when you see it in someone else, you realize that you are a match to them. So I'm feeling like, yeah, Sagittarius, you're just not realizing who is a match to you because you're not owning the qualities that you have in yourself. Or Capricorn, single Capricorns out there, how can you get aligned with your higher self, yeah, I guess, with your soulmate, to bring that soulmate relationship in? Right. Going with the flow. Capricorn, this is going with the flow, letting people flow in and out of your life, not holding on, trying to cling on, trying to make things into what they're not, trying to control. Don't try and control, Capricorn. So we go through a lot of different relationships. We learn about ourselves. We learn relationship skills. We learn about patterns that we've got. And it's right for those lesson relationships, I call them. It's right for us to have those relationships and to be in and out of them and let them flow. We mess that up when we're trying to cling on to a lesson relationship. I mean, we've all done that, haven't we? We think that they're the one. They're a lesson relationship. We get lessons from them, but we cling to it and we want it to be real. We want them to be our soulmate, that kind of thing. This is saying that you need to stop that, the completion of this resistance of the flow in and out. And so it could be, Capricorn, that you need to have a few more lesson relationships and just let it be easy. Let them come in, let them go out with it without it being a drama. And then when you realize they're not really for you, just letting it be easy, letting them flow out easily. You can remain friends with them and it can be all be okay. You don't have to have a big blow up. You don't have to throw them under the bus for not being the right person. And so this is especially for you Capricorns. Maybe you've got a string of past relationships and you're not over it. You're not over it yet because you think it shouldn't have happened. You think that that flow wasn't right, but the flow was right. The flow was right, Capricorn. So let it go. Be easier about it. Be a bit more easygoing about it, Cap. What else, Capricorn? Ooh, okay. This is about partners being of equal service to you. So maybe, Capricorn, you've got into relationships where you're giving a lot to them, you're being of service to them, you're touching their lives, you're helping them, kind of like a customer, like a therapist, maybe like a mom-son relationship or father-daughter relationship more than a partnership relationship. So you've been in a lot of service and it's not been a balanced relationship because of that. Um, Capricorn, stop doing that. You want to be in an equal relationship, so don't go into it looking how you can help somebody. Sure, you're going to help people, but they should touch your life in as 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 much as you touch their life, kind of thing. And so look for what you can receive more from relationships. Open up to receiving more from relationships. Them being of service to you. What can they do for you? Feeling like you're getting into relationships, always asking yourself what you can do for them because you really like giving and you like being of service. And then, a year down the line or maybe just a few weeks down the line, you're like, I'm not getting anything from this. And it's like, well, yeah, you weren't looking for anything from it when you first went into it. You were just looking what you could give to that situation. You need to stop that focus. It's not healthy, Capricorn. Look what you can get out of a relationship. It's going to feel pretty selfish to you because you're not used to that, but you need to do that. Relationships should be good for you too, Capricorn, not just good for them. You are great for people, and when you realize that you deserve a relationship like that, someone that's going to be great for you too, it's going to be a magnificent relationship. That's when you're open to your soulmate, when you realize that, Capricorn. Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, single Aquarius is out there. You're good enough right now. So you're putting your soulmate in the future. Why are you doing that? You don't feel good enough right now. Maybe you don't want a relationship right now because you're like, I don't want someone that's just like me. I want to be more successful first, and then I can get a more successful partner. Or I need to be more healed before I get into relationships. I need to be more something. You need to be more something. You need to have more money. What is it you're telling yourself, Aquarius? You're good enough right now for the relationship that you want. Your soulmate is probably a complete match to you right now. So if you're thinking that you want more money, well, they've probably got the same amount of money as you, and you want more money before you meet them, and then they're going to have to get more money before they meet you, that kind of thing. You're keeping them away by not feeling good enough right now, Aquarius. You're good enough right now. You can have them right now. What else, Aquarius? Yeah. Got to believe in yourself more, Aquarius, of what you deserve. And follow your guidance as well. This is about believing in your who you're attracted to, who you get that those feelings of attraction for. That's your higher self saying, this person. You've got to believe in yourself and believe in your guidance. Believe that your heart isn't stupid. it's not it's not always like leading you in the wrong track. Maybe you're trying to ignore your heart, Aquarius, because you've been hurt before when you followed your heart. But it's your guidance. Your feelings are your guidance. That's the way the universe tries to get you into the right relationship. So don't be scared of your heart. Maybe you've been trusting your mind more than your heart, and you keep on trying to get into relationships that just have no feeling behind them. They don't have that emotional connection. Very cold, kind of good on paper kind of relationships, but not good for you emotionally. So open your heart up, believe in your heart more, believe in your choices, believe in that guidance system, your feelings of attraction, believe in that. You want that passion in your relationship, Aquarius. And of course, we've all had experiences in the past, you've been attracted to someone, it doesn't work out in the long term. That's okay. It doesn't have to work out in the long term. Pisces, what about you? Finally, Pisces. Right, this is about allowing yourself to be helped, allowing yourself to receive in a relationship, allowing yourself to just not resisting that. I'm feeling like, Pisces, you really want to be in a balanced relationship with someone giving to you. And you might have been complaining about that, Pisces, that you look after them and they're not looking after you, that kind of thing. But then what happens if someone offers you something or says they want to do something for you? Are you saying no to that? You're resisting it? Because that's what this is saying. You're actually resisting getting that support. So when they do try and offer you, or maybe those people that can help you and do want to help you and do want to give to you, maybe you're not getting into relationships with them because you feel really good when you're giving to other people. So you're looking for people that need help, that need support, resisting those that can support you. It's time to get yourself into a balanced relationship, Pisces, and allow that support in. Why does it make you feel uncomfortable, Pisces, being supported? Why does it make you feel vulnerable if you're allowing someone else to look after you and support you and love you in that way? Maybe it's a worthiness thing. Maybe you feel worthy when you're looking after other people, doing that for other people, but you don't feel worthy of receiving it, Pisces. Could be that. Okay, Pisces. You got peace and overwhelming. I'm feeling like you kind of close down to relationships because you don't want the drama. You don't want a feeling of overwhelm. You're backing away from relationships that maybe will move you forward, but relationships that will be good for you because you don't want to be challenged by them. You want this easy, peaceful life. You're choosing peace. You think you're choosing peace, but what you're actually doing is backing off. What you're actually doing is resisting good relationships. And so just know, you don't have the drama card here. It's the overwhelming card, and so it's maybe you're seeing something as drama. You're seeing something as being challenging. Someone is being challenging. The right person for you is kind of being challenging, and you'd rather choose peace. So you back away from that. And the feeling of overwhelm, it's just how you're feeling. It's just your resistance, Pisces. A lot of resistance from Pisces on getting in the right kind of relationships. Choosing peace, Pisces, isn't always the best. You know, choose passion. Choose passion instead. What about choosing passion instead? Like, and I can feel your resistance to that as I say that, and it's like, no, I just want an easy life. I want it to be simple. It's that kind of thing, you know. Choose passion instead, Pisces. You deserve it. And support. Someone that's going to love you and give back to you and look after you. Pisces, you deserve it. You're lovely people, Pisces. I love my Pisces. There you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment about what you got out of that, how it resonated with you, and share it with your friends too. If you know any of your friends that could single friends that could use this advice. And again, if you'd like a private soulmate reading with me, they're $30 off at the moment. There's a link up there to book into one of those or one right there. I hope you find your soulmate and end up in great relationships. I'll see you next time. Bye.